I've been using the Poco F5 for a while now, and here are my thoughts about it. When it comes to using this phone every day, there are some pros and cons on using this phone. First of all, it's very smooth and multitasking is easy. You don't really have to worry about running out of RAM. The next thing is battery life. Again, as mentioned, I've used this phone for almost a month now with heavy to medium usage, and the battery lasted for 8 hours on average on my day-to-day use. And when the time comes when the battery runs out, 67 watts charging is very helpful for my use. So for the only con that I've found with this phone is that sometimes it tends to overheat, but if you're only a gamer and a hard gamer as well. And just a little note for those who are skeptical with Poco phones right now, this doesn't have dead boot, so you're sure that your phone will be safe after a software update. Now, when it comes to the cost and performance of this phone, I'm sure this is a bang for the buck mid-range phone. I mean, for around 20,000 pesos, you're already getting a good phone with good processor, with good performance, with good camera and display. And you can play most games out there. And compared to other phones, the only difference is better GPU and better CPU. When it comes to comparing this phone with flagship phones like Samsung and even their flagship phones of Xiaomi, the only difference for me is optimization on the operating system and even a little bit of optimization when it comes to performance. I mean, some might complain that it doesn't have an in-display fingerprint sensor and it has a side-mounted fingerprint sensor, but for me, it's more of a niche and not much of a useful feature for your everyday use. Here are some of my final thoughts about the Poco F5. It costs around 20,000 pesos, so you can't really complain about lacking features like in-display fingerprint sensor, better camera, better display. I mean, it's already good for the price that it comes with. But there are some drawbacks as mentioned earlier. But for me, this phone, it's already really good for the price that it comes with. Good display, good camera, good performance. So, if you want to purchase the Poco F5, it's a good mid-range phone with flagship performance. If you found this video helpful, you can leave us a follow and like this video as well. See you in the next one.